Hello, Georgetown storytelling cohort. My name is Aaron Spangler. I am the communications manager for the Lancaster County Community Foundation, among other things. My work is super place-based, obviously, with working for a community foundation. So I figured better to show rather than tell about where I live and the kind of stuff that I do. So those are our offices right there. Sorry, I'm always bad. There we go. Finally got it. Right there. I'm standing here in Lancaster City, Pennsylvania, which is part of Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Lancaster City is about 60,000 people. Lancaster County is about 500,000 people. So we are operating in all across that county and doing lots of different kinds of work. And it's my job to kind of create engaging content and ways for people to interact with our work through lots of different ways. Sometimes that's through augmented reality art exhibits. Sometimes it's through engaging content through the Extraordinary Give, which is one of the biggest giving days in the country, #ExtraGive. So while there are many preconceptions about Lancaster County, yes, we do have Amish folks, yes, we do have plain folks, yes, we do put mayonnaise in most things and call it salad. There's actually a lot of diversity and a lot of really interesting things about Lancaster and Lancaster City. So Lancaster City takes in 20 times the national average of refugees. We've been dubbed the refugee capital of the world. Obviously, that's a much harder title to maintain these days. We're about 60% non-white as a city, but we also have incredible amounts of concentrated poverty, which makes engaging and rebuilding trust with a lot of communities really difficult. So it's kind of my job to wrangle all of those factors that make our community extraordinary, but also our community that challenges our community, and kind of build space to have discussions and make progress on all of those factors. So while Lancaster City is incredible, it also a lot of this in Lancaster County. So I'm outside Paradise Elementary. We're out here facilitating a workshop, and you got your farmland, you got your horses and such. Unlike the city, which is very diverse, Lancaster County is about 80% white and much older and much more conservative. So there's a good mix, sizable mix of plain folk and Amish, as well as a thriving agricultural scene. So it's kind of my job to communicate with all these kinds of people and create relatable, engaging content that not only will relate to young people in Lancaster City, but also potentially plain folk who don't even use electricity. So it's certainly a challenging job, but Lancaster County is a very unique and interesting place. And lastly, I would be remiss if I did not mention the location that I spend a lot of time lately, which is at home on an exercise ball, bouncing my little baby, who is having some trouble sleeping on his own these days. I wanted to share my favorite bit of story, which currently is Exit West by Mohsen Hamid. I'm not sure if you've read it. It's a novel that came out a couple years ago, but it combines my favorite... Oh, hello. Hello. It combines some of my favorite elements of story, which is magical realism and speculative, kind of near future, optimistic future narrative, but most importantly, the sparseness of the language is really devastatingly beautiful, I should say, because one of the best bits of advice I ever got with my story creation and story development was making sure that there's enough space for people to see themselves in the narrative, and that you're not telling a complete 100% airtight story, because then there's no room for emotional connection. And that's something that I think Exit West does with devastating accuracy and aplomb. So so I'm gonna wrap it up here, hopefully get him back to sleep. I'm so looking forward to meeting everybody and learning from you all. Bye.